Nia, what's going on? Nia Reed, how are you? Welcome to the stream. You're doing all right today? Hope you're doing all right today. All right, 1 second. Dun, 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 dun. Getting some stuff set up here. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, there's that. You just came to watch? Sick! That's what I like to hear. Well, welcome. See how long it'll take to destroy the end? It'll take a while, so we're fixing the end, my Enderman farm moment, and then hopefully here shortly after that I'll be able to start working on beating the end. But yeah, it's probably gonna take a little bit. It should be fun, nonetheless. Let's see here. Yeah, is turn down the music. Hopefully that's not too loud. Start recording over here. All right, so. And then let me make sure I have all the chats pulled up. Not second guessing what I'm reading. All that fun jazz. Do. Where's my other stuff? What's going on here? This. That. And then we got that. All right, cool. What's going on, TikTok? Welcome to anyone that's joining. Welcome. All right, let's get to it, I guess. All right, so we got to finish putting all this carpet in, which will hopefully spawn Enderman up here. That's the goal there, and then I can start working on destroying the actual the actual end island. All right. Where did I stop? I don't know where I was. Over here somewhere? Yeah. This shouldn't take too long. Probably a couple hours. Ow. This is commitment? Yeah, no, I'm committed to it. That's for sure. It's a lot of work, but it's gonna be worth it at the end. At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. That's what I've been telling myself. Because if it's not worth it at the end, I'm gonna be real sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if I do all this and like it just doesn't look the way I think it's gonna look, then I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna be a very, very, very sad person. Okay, let's just put that. I'll put it that way. You know. But I guess the positive out of it would be that like I know that I can make really silly large builds and be committed through that process. I guess in that regard, I can feel good about that. But there's a lot to this. So it's like 2:20 a.m. right now. I'm too invested to sleep. But dadgum. 2:20 in the morning. I just woke up like an hour ago, hour and a half ago at this point, so you must be on the other side of the world. Dude, it is cold in my room. It happens almost every day. Every day I walk in here, it's the middle of the summer. Okay, it's not the middle of the summer, but it is summer. And like my office is freezing, which I guess is a good thing. All things considered. It could be way worse, but it could be like boiling hot in here. Not. New Zealand. Oh, sick. Never been there. I've never even been close to New Zealand. But I've heard it's a beautiful country. I would like to visit one day. I want to do a lot of. Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase this. I am a homebody. I like being at home. I don't necessarily like traveling. Like the idea of traveling does not appeal to me. But when I'm at the destination that I'm going to, I realize that I thoroughly enjoy going and visiting places. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? So like I think I don't want to do the travel aspect of it, but I do want to go visit other countries and just, I don't know, get an idea of what other cultures are like. Also, I love y'all's accent. I'll have an incredible accent. For Wellington or Queensland, the best places. So okay, I'm gonna try and pronounce. Is it Auckland and then Rotorua? Did I pronounce that? I know I butchered that last one. My dog is barking really loud. So what makes those places so amazing? Like, what do you like about those places? My hands are freezing at the moment. Oh, that scared me. The music started, and I was not expecting that bass. That startled me just a little bit. Sounds a little bit like Stranger Things, doesn't it? Okay, maybe not so much now. But alright. Don't. This is my life for like the next 2 to 3 hours, I feel like. I would like to think that it would go faster than that, but I spent 7 hours yesterday placing all of this carpet. And just seeing how much is left to do, I get this small suspicion that it's going to be like 2 or 3 hours. That's my guess here. And then I finally get to start mining out the obsidian pillars, which that I'm not looking forward to at all, if I'm being honest. If heaps of attractions, especially Rotorua, I don't know how to pronounce that. Hot mud pools. I've never been in a hot mud pool. That sounds interesting. Really? Well, that's good because I have eczema and it only comes around this time of year. I guess starting in March, it starts to appear, and then it. No, not March. More like April or May. It starts to appear, and then it lasts until, I don't know, the end of September usually. Not very fun. And I've done everything from changing my diet to working out to different topical ointments. The only thing I'm really afraid of putting on is like steroids. I've heard horrible things. Mark Invincible, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the stream. It'll heal your eczema, really. Auckland is super busy, but have the biggest malls that I've been to, and Wellington is super windy and cold. Interesting. You have to roll your RS and T. Your R. Okay, you have to roll your R's and your T's. It's not easy for some. How the heck do you roll a T? Okay, so I took Spanish in school, and I cannot roll my tongue. Part of it is because I have a like really short tongue, and so it's really hard for me to roll my tongue. I've never even heard of rolling a T. I can't wrap my head around rolling a T. That doesn't even make sense. Really? That's crazy. So I've heard that like mud in general can be really good for your skin, but I've also heard that like hot mud, like really good. But I've never. I'm trying to think if there's any. I live in the States, so I don't know if there is any hot mud, unless you go to like a spa. They maybe have hot mud there, but that I don't know if that's different from like New Zealand. I imagine it might be like natural. I don't know. But I've never been to hot mud. I've never done it. Have I ever been to a spa? I've walked through one. I've actually I've gotten a massage. So, but I don't know if that was considered a spa or if it's just like a massage place. You know what I mean? Some of the names you have in New Zealand are hard to say. I would I love y'all's accent. I really do. But Yeah, there's certain things I can't say, but I imagine like I live in I live in the U.S., but I live in Texas, so I'm in the South. And so there are certain things I have a pretty normal accent. I don't hear my accent. In terms of like I know I imagine I sound like an American, but beyond that, like I don't have a deep like thick Southern accent, or Texas accent, I guess technically. But there have been some people that I've met where I can barely understand what they're saying. But there are times where I'll say something like I say y'all. I love the word y'all. Oh, it just sounds so it's so easy to say. It feels so good to say. I don't know. If I said you all or you guys, I feel like I'm running out of breath. It sounds stupid, but it's true. Brad, I live in Alabama. Ooh, I bet you got a nice accent. You got some minerals from Earth that are really good for you. Okay, okay. I'll have to check this out. Maybe there's a place here in. I don't know if there's one here in town, but one that's relatively close here in the States that I could possibly use. Because I itch so much. I try not to scratch, but goodness gracious, it's like a. I don't know how to explain it. If you've ever experienced eczema, it's not fun. It is not fun at all. And it looks horrible, and it can look different, which is the weird thing. Like, on different people, it looks completely different. And even on your own body. Like, if you have eczema on your leg, or on your foot, or on your eyes, or on your arms, it can look completely different. It's really weird. We say yo. You don't have a thick accent. You want to clarify that you're not dating your cousin? That's good. Thank you for clarifying. I didn't even think about that, but I appreciate you clarifying for me. That is always good news. What's it like in Texas? It's okay. So, how do I explain this? Let me do one. Let me look something up really quick. Okay, so you have to understand. First thing is, Texas is twice the size of New Zealand. So, Jacqueline, how are you? Welcome back to the stream. So the first thing you have to understand is like Texas is huge, and so East Texas is going to be different from North Texas, which is going to be different from South Texas, which is going to be different from Central Texas and West Texas. But I guess what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. From a like what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't freaking know. I want to say biome, but it's not biome because I'm playing Minecraft. Basically, East Texas is like a wooded area. It's more humid. There's more trees. It's more green. They get more rain. West Texas is really dry. There's mountains, like far West Texas. We get the bottom half of the Rocky Mountains there, and it is dry. I mean, desert-like. Central Texas is plains, so like flat land that you can like. Basically, what you're seeing here in Minecraft right now is basically what it looks like in West Texas, just flat, or as far as you can see. And then like South Texas is where it's hot and humid, and it's close to. I mean, it's connected to the Gulf of Mexico. So really depends on where you are. But the people there, like if you want to get a feel for like what people are like in Texas, you want to go to like the smaller, more rural areas of Texas. So West Texas, Central Texas. But if you want to see like if you just want to go to a city and kind of get an idea, like a little piece of what Texas is like, you can go to Dallas or Houston or San Antonio or Austin, like any of the major 4 cities that are here. But like if you want to get a real idea of like what Texas people are like, you want to go to like a smaller town, just drive around. But you also have to understand that like I could drive across Texas. There's a point in Texas where you can drive for 12 straight hours and still be in Texas. So I think it's pretty much farms and houses. West Texas, is basically farms. I mean, the large majority of Texas is going to be farmland and ranch land, unless you're going to one of the 4 major cities here. Or really 5 major cities, because El Paso, but that's in far west Texas. So it really just depends on where you're going. But yeah, we're mainly farms, ranches, and then when you get to the major cities, then obviously you have, you know, whatever businesses and stuff like that, NASA and stuff like that. So must be so cool to be on the other side of the world. I'm gonna guess. Is it winter for you right now? Already out? Damn. Okay. Is it winter in New Zealand? I don't know how that works. That's such a mind twist for me. It just messes with my head. Invincible! That's a really good show. Not you know, appropriate for younger generations, but nonetheless, really good show. Yes, it's super rainy and cold and windy. What the heck? Getting heaps of thunderstorms. Heaps! I love that. Getting heaps of thunderstorms. That's such a weird idea to me. So like, I don't know if you guys celebrate Christmas in New Zealand. I am literally ignorant to that, but if you do, that means it's hot outside. That is a very weird idea. Granted, where I live, it doesn't, I mean, it's not like we have tons of snow. I can't remember the last time it snowed on Christmas. Or even on Christmas, like, break or during that whole week of Christmas. I can't remember the last time it snowed. Because we just don't get it very often because we don't have a lot of moisture where I live. But it will get cold. But I can't wrap my head around the idea that Christmas is a hot holiday for you guys. That is crazy to me. I'm still watching it. It's so good, you'll love it. It's really good. Invincible is such a good show. I watched the first season. I need to catch up. I just haven't had the time. And it's super busy on your small beaches. What? People go to the beach on Christmas. Brother, that is weird. That is so weird. I said brother. That sounds like I'm calling you a man. I don't know if you're a man or not, but that's more like just a saying, not me calling. I don't know why I'm explaining myself, but I feel like it's important. I can't imagine going to a beach on Christmas. I mean, I guess I could, but like that would sound like I don't like beaches to begin with. First off, I'm like ridiculously terrified of large bodies of water. I don't really know why I am, but I am. I'm just insanely terrified of large bodies of water. Have you never seen snow? Does it? I've never seen snow or even touched it. All right, Mark, Mr. Invincible, take it easy. Appreciate you hanging out. Jack, when I'm a kid, well then. Look, I'm not your parent, Jacqueline, so if you watch it, then you watch it. I ain't your dad. But it doesn't change the fact that Invincible isn't appropriate for kids. You know what I mean? It doesn't change that. But like I said, I'm not your dad, so do you, dude. It's too hot here for it to snow in New Zealand. That's a weird, so, the most amount of snow that I've ever seen has probably been like 2 or 3 feet, and that was like a 100-year, like a century storm, basically. So it happened. It's supposed to happen like once in a lifetime, basically. So there's that. And that was insane. But yeah, it doesn't snow like a ton. We usually get like more like icy rain, if anything. Like it gets cold enough to snow. We just, I don't know. Weird to explain. But never touch it. How do I explain what it's like? Okay, obviously it's really cold. But like, it's not, I don't know. Some people love the snow. I don't love the snow unless I'm inside. Okay, and hear me out. It sounds dumb. But touching snow, it's so cold that after like 10 or 15 minutes, your hands freeze to the point where it hurts. Like you can't open your hands up properly and stuff like that. Ah, hail, okay. Bread, and I built an igloo. I've seen snow in southern Alabama and built an igloo. That's actually dope. Went to a place with 5 foot of snow. That's insane. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything even remotely close to that much snow. Though I do want to go snowboarding someday. That's a goal of mine. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's cool until like 10 or 15 minutes in, and you realize that like you're freezing cold, you're soaking wet, and like you're walking on. Before you walk on the snow, it's beautiful. But then you walk on it, and it starts to become muddy and gross and just frozen, semi-frozen puddles of water. I don't know. It's beautiful from inside if you're looking outside. Snow can be hard, but it can also be soft. It's both. It depends. So it will start off soft. In some places, you'll get what's called powdered snow, and it's really, really soft. But as you start to step on it, it starts to compact because it's like ice, right? And so it will compact and it starts to get really hard. So it just depends. You were covered in snow. I imagine you were. If there's 5 foot of snow, that's insane to me. That's up to like, okay, so I'm 6'4", so that's up to like the middle of my chest. That's so much snow. I would probably hyperventilate. That would be the height. I would have to dig from my door to from my front door to my car. I can't imagine that much snow. Also, I think it's important to understand that the snow that you see in movies oftentimes is fake snow. One, because it's more cost effective. So, but yeah, it's fake snow. So it looks really, really beautiful and puffy and stuff, and it's not like that all the time. So, I always watch funny videos of people being idiots on snow and ice, and I always find it weird that New Zealand will never snow. We have mountains here that it might snow on. Oh, snowpacks on top of each other over time. That's how glaciers are made. That's a fascinating thought. I never thought about that. It might snow in the mountains, but it's like at the very tippy top, so it doesn't matter, right? That is such a... I mean, I say it's weird, but like, it makes sense because you guys are... I don't know how close you are to the equator, but you guys have to be relatively close in comparison to, like, me or, you know, the majority of the USA. It takes centuries. Oh, yeah, like... It takes forever for that to happen. But yeah, snow compacts, so it is powdery. Then you also have like ice, like it will snow. It's like, we call it snowing, but it's like ice actually, more like icy rain. But it's not hail. You know what I mean? You don't know what I mean because you've never seen it. But like, I'm trying to explain it. So, dear streamer, I'd like to help you grow your channel. I'm good, thank you. New Zealand is so tiny and barely recognized, so when people talk about New Zealand, it feels weird to me. It's barely recognized. Like, people don't, like, have never heard of New Zealand in that regard? That seems weird. Halo. Hey, Halo had a heck of a run a long time ago. Arguably, I mean, there for a while, it was probably the #1 first-person shooter on the planet. Halo had a legendary run there for a while. I don't know what you're talking about exactly. It's probably not the video game, but Halo is how I got introduced to first-person shooters. And one of the reasons I became so addicted to gaming. So, not that that really matters to you guys, but it matters to me, and that's what's important. People think we don't exist half the time. I'm watching vids on people being asked about New Zealand that they didn't know or thought we were in the US. Look, I may be geographically challenged and not the smartest person on the planet, but I know New Zealand exists. New Zealand is sometimes forgotten on world maps. That's insane to me. Why is that? Is there a reason behind that? I'm ignorant to the, like, why is that? What's going on in that regard? I think we are also a part of Australia. Y'all are connected to Australia, correct? But you're your own country. How did that happen? How did that come about? I don't know the history of that area of the world. From what I was told in school, is Australia was where people countries would send prisoners a long time ago, and that's all I know. I don't know if even that's true, but that's what I remember being told. Right, it is south. Okay. Do I play Call of Duty? Yes, I do play Call of Duty. I don't make content on Call of Duty. I don't stream it or anything like that. Mainly because Call of Duty brings out the worst in me. I am a very, 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 very competitive individual, and but my gaming, I don't have the gaming talent to match the competitive nature that I have. My competitive nature comes from the fact that I played basketball, and then I played competitive basketball through college. So for what, from the time I was 12 until I was 23 or something like that. And yeah, so I'm super competitive, but gaming wise, my thumbs don't work that well. So like a 2-hour flight to get there, depending on where you're flying from. Okay. Do I play Fortnite? No, because I like where my joints are. I like the fact that I don't have significant arthritis. Oh, my son. Hold on, guys. I gotta get right back. I'll be right back. I gotta help my wife get my kids in the car. I'll be right back. Give me just a moment. Ugh. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Sorry about that. Yeah, Fortnite is rage bait. I also just I don't want to do the building. I prefer being able to use my hands in the future, you know? So like this whole action right here, that whole action, nah, not for me. Not for me. And then I gotta like look up and down and try to figure like, nah, bro, no. Give me a rock to hide behind and I'll do this action right there. That right there I can do. I can do some sliding, but other than that, no. I have a doctor's appointment at 9 a.m. I subscribe to you and will continue to watch your videos and streams in the future. Keep making good content. Bye. Nia, thank you so much. Have a good one. Sleep well. I can't even imagine trying to play Fortnite in 2025, but I know people do, and respect to those content creators because it ain't for me. Not for me. Which is one of the reasons I play Minecraft, is because it's very chill. Do I rage at Minecraft from time to time? Absolutely. But it's not very often, you know? Not very often. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Smiley Pie, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing all right today. We are hopefully going to get the Enderman farm completely working today. I think I've gone in each direction 130 blocks away from the farm, and so it should spawn Enderman on it now. Because what I think was happening is, and I mean I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what was happening. Endermen were at that range where the carpet is over there. Endermen were spawning on the slime blocks, even though I couldn't see them, but they were spawning instantaneously and despawning instantaneously, and so they weren't spawning up there. I'm hoping that's what was happening, because if it's not, then I genuinely have no idea what is going on. So there's that. And if it doesn't work now, then I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what to do if it doesn't work. I have no clue. I'm hoping for the best here. You know what I mean? Yada 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 yada. All right, and we're out. I think I have enough to complete this, but there's also a feeling that I may not have enough carpet to complete this, you know? I'm a little bit concerned, not gonna lie to you. Alright. I'm gonna start doing an aim trainer before I hop onto Minecraft. With the amount of blocks that I've been placing recently, and the amount of misclicks that I have going on, it's clear to me that aim training might be a beneficial warm-up to playing Minecraft in the morning. You know what I mean? Get 30 minutes or so of just diabolical, fully locked in, focused, unlock max potential aim training. I'm gonna move you here. Now that Carpet Duper works well, it's better to keep the wools for future builds, maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna keep the wool, I'll keep the sheep, because I want to make a massive sheep farm. I have an idea for a massive sheep farm that I'm gonna put above my mega base in the overworld. It's not gonna be like an auto sheep farm, it's just gonna be a really cool sheep farm build that I have had in mind for like years. So I'll keep them, and then I will use those sheep. Like if I ever need to outline something, I'll use the wool for those sheep. That's the plan anyways. Who knows if it'll actually work, but yeah, this is with the Carpet Duper, this is so nice to have. And since you can't, I think the reason they haven't patched it is because you can't trade carpet, can you? Even though I know you can do a tripwire duper, and you can trade that for emeralds, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. When you can make like a melon or pumpkin and melon farm, but I guess, I don't know, maybe it's worth it. I genuinely have no idea. I've never made a tripwire duper or tripwire trip hook, whatever it's called, duper. Hold on, I'm responding to my mother-in-law. 1 second. All right. That. Oh, I'm locking in. Dang it. I want to know, do any of you guys get motion sickness when I do this? Like, is this kind of a lot? Does this make you all like kind of woozy, kind of You know what I mean? I want to push all these guys out of the way. I don't care. Most of them will despawn. I just need to get these guys. Carpet, we're good. On the carpet. We just got a little congregation over here, don't we? Just a little group of Endermen. Guys just hanging out, talking about life. Could you imagine how boring it would be to be an Enderman? Like every now and then you'll teleport to the overworld, steal a dirt block or a grass block or something, and then just back to this lifeless place. They really need to make they really need to update the end. I've been saying it for a while. I know the Minecraft community has been saying it for a while. They really need to update this place again. Add like some kind of dope Enderman like boss maybe, or maybe not an Enderman boss, but like an Enderman god sort of. You know what I mean? No, it's okay for you. All right, cool. Just making sure. Because sometimes my brain starts going, whoa, whoa. You know what I mean? But like, imagine there being like some kind of like Enderman castle, and then like, I don't know, maybe like the Endermen are like some kind of celestial sentient being or something like that, and then you have like these little guys that like worship them or something, and then there's like a massive boss or something, and it drops like an item that allows you to teleport between the overworld and the end without having to go to an end portal, right? Like instead of dropping an Ender Pearl that just teleports you from here to wherever you throw it, you just right click with it in your hand and it teleports you to the end, right? That would be kind of sick. Wouldn't that be cool, or am I just crazy? Mark! Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm too hopeful. Maybe I'm just a little too hopeful. I don't know. TikTok. How's everybody doing on TikTok? Welcome to the stream if you're here. If you're not here, then bye. I don't know how streaming on TikTok works. No one talks on TikTok, so I don't know how that... I'm new to the whole TikTok scene. I've had TikTok for years, but I make a conscious effort not to jump onto the platform because I get so addicted to just scrolling. It's bad. It's so bad. I'm addicted enough to YouTube as it is, and like Twitter. Then TikTok came out, and I thought I couldn't be more of a degenerate, and boy did I surprise myself. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? Weston, what's up? Welcome back. Hope you're doing all right today. I hope life has been treating you better than you could ever imagine. Okay? I hope you woke up today to a beautiful sunrise. And I don't know if you drink coffee, but if you don't, you know, you had a glass of orange juice, maybe. Apple juice, milk, maybe just water. Yeah, let's just go with water. You had water, you stepped outside, you took a deep breath of nice clean air, and you got some sunlight. You did like 5 minutes of stretching because why the heck not, right? And then you walked back inside and you cooked up a delicious breakfast of pancakes and bacon and eggs, and then you turned on just like 10 minutes worth of music and really set the tone for what today's gonna be like. You know what I mean? That's what I hope happened. It was pretty close, I'm not gonna lie to you. I cooked some pancakes this morning, even though I don't eat pancakes very often. So I didn't eat any pancakes this morning. But my family did, so I cooked it for them. And now they're heading out to go on a little play date with some friends from church, so... yeah. It's been a great morning. You just woke up? Oh, well, see, look, I gave you an itinerary of like, what the next 15 to 20 minutes should be for you. But you're in the stream, so maybe it's just, I have music playing, so maybe this is your music? I don't know. I don't know what you vibe to. You know what I really like? Okay, I genuinely like a lot of different types of music, but one of the ones that surprises me, like always surprises me, is classical music. I don't know what it is. Maybe because my grandparents used to listen to it a lot, or they used to listen to it a lot, and I just every now and then I'll turn on classical music and I just feels like my brain is growing, and it feels like my spirit is just free. And then one thing, as I've gotten older, maybe because I am from Texas, but I love country music. Not all country music, but country music has grown on me over the past decade, to the point where I'm like, nah, bro, country music goes hard. And I don't care what anyone says, I will die on that hill. Country music is glorious. When I went outside, I did stretch, I had some water. How many sheep did you shear or kill? I sheared a lot of sheep until Smiley Pie reminded me that there are things called carpet dupers, and then I carpet duped. Because I will never shear another sheep if I don't have to. Feel it. Feel it from Invincible as Fire. Exactly. Exactly. Speaking of fire, I love starting like a lighting up the fire in a fire pit or starting a fire in the fireplace. I don't know what it is. It makes me feel manly. Now, if I was in a survival situation, could I start a fire? No. I'll be honest with you, guys. It would be GG. Okay, it would be over. If I was in a survival situation, I've thought about this for a long time. The first thing I would try and get is a bow and arrow and a fishing rod. Okay, those are the two items that I would try to get first. I know everyone's like, oh, I want to go get a gun or blah, blah, blah. No, I want something that is renewable. Because at some point, even though I live in the States and there's a lot of guns and ammo here, at some point you're going to run out, right? So I want a bow and arrow and I want a fishing rod. Same. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about starting a fire, but it feels freeing. It feels like I'm connecting with like my ancestors in some weird, dumb way. You know? And there's something about a fire that just like warms the soul. Okay, that kind of sounds like I was making a pun there. I was not. That was not intended. But I don't know. There's just something about looking into a fire. I don't even need to cook s'mores or anything like that. I just want to look. You know what I mean? I just want to enjoy it. My dog is going insane at the moment. Why is my dog barking so much? It doesn't matter. I'm going to leave him out there to bark, and maybe here in a little bit I will take him inside. Reese's! Do I remember you? Yeah, I remember you. Hi. Hope you're doing well today. What was funny about that, Mark? I'm being serious. I was being serious. I wasn't trying to make a pun there. It warms the soul. So is reading a really good book. I know reading isn't for everybody, but there's I don't know, I love stories. One of the reasons why I make content. Love stories, love movies, love TV shows. But there's something about holding a book. Okay, I can't deal with it. I gotta let my dog inside. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't freaking do it. I cannot do it. I'm losing my mind. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You would think someone was trying to break into my house. With the amount of barking that they were committing to, that was crazy. I have no idea why they were going insane, but they were. Wow. Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay, back to what I was doing. I feel like I can breathe now. Love my dog. Love my dogs, actually. But man, are they the loud? They might be the loudest in the neighborhood. Maybe. If they're not, they're up there. You find that funny? Well, I'm glad you found it funny, because I find it almost unbearable. Almost. I want this to be done today, and I think I'll get it done today. One can hope, right? Okay, let's hit our clicks, please. There we go. Face cam, please? Why? What do you want a face cam for? I have a face cam, I don't ever use it. Which was a personal decision on my end for a few reasons. The main reason is I like being able to, like, if I ever, I don't know if it will ever happen, but if I ever became a large enough YouTube channel that I had to worry about being able to go outside and like into public, it's a way of not having to deal with that. He'll do a face reveal sometime. I might, or I may never do it, and you guys you'll just have to guess and assume. I think I like that aspect. I think that's why I liked Sand Diction so much. Is because he didn't showcase his face. He was just a dude that made Minecraft videos. Even though he has another YouTube channel that he's talked about, but he hasn't shared it. Which I also think is cool. He was like, nah, I'm not going to share it. I'm just going to do other YouTube stuff that I'm interested in. And if you find it, cool. But I'm not going to tell anybody that. You can still hear our voice, though. That is true. That is very true. But you don't know if I'm using my real voice. You don't know if I'm changing my voice. You have no idea, right? I think that's the cool part. Or what if you hear somebody out in public and you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds just like Splunky, and it's not me. Isn't that great? Like, you never know. But I've always enjoyed, like, the mystery behind it. That being said, I guess if people really wanted to figure out what I looked like and what I sounded like, they could pretty... I mean, I'm sure they could figure it out. It's not like I haven't ever shown my face on the internet. I have. So, there's that. You live in Ohio? You live in Nebraska? Oh, well, see? The chances of us actually meeting are so slim. Just because of that. I have a friend that lives in Ohio, though. Or, well, I don't know if he's considered a friend anymore, but we went to high school together, and we were on the same basketball team, so there's that. Boom, doom, doom, doom. Mr. Tom! What's up? Do I live in the States? Yes. I do. Born and raised. What is this game? This is Carpet Clicker 2000. Basically all we do is place carpet until an Enderman farm decides to start working. And once that happens, you've completed the game, and you've beaten the game, and the game is over, and you kind of rinse and repeat that process. I'm going for... there's a leaderboard as well, and I'm trying to break into the professional scene. It's very, very small, very select few of people. You know, there's not a lot of people that are into Carpet Placer 2000, but yeah. Tasha Stewart, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Yep, I'm from Texas. Can someone tell me the name of this game? It's Carpet Clicker 2000. Placer 2000. Carpet. There's Carpet and 2000 in the name, okay? So you can find it on all major app stores. You can find it on Steam. I think it's like $25 or $30 USD or something like that. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive either. It's not $60 or $70. I mean, it really is kind of a degenerate game, but I love it, and I've been playing it. I started yesterday, actually. 7 straight hours of it. I mean, just carpet clicking, carpet collecting, carpet clicking, and placing. I mean, it's ridiculous, but I don't think it ranks very high on Steam, but it's good, you know? It's Minecraft. I don't know what you guys are talking about. No idea what you guys are talking about. Never even heard of Minecraft. What is Minecraft? What do you do in Minecraft, actually? If you guys want to explain that to me. Is it a popular game? What is the point of Minecraft? It's a fascinating name. What do you mine? Very interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, it's very, very interesting. You know? Bow, bow. Grab that. I want to know. I don't think at any point in my life I thought I would be placing, carpet on anything, let alone the amount of blocks that I've destroyed, collected, and placed in this world. I like that was never a thought to me. You know what I mean? Kind of crazy to think about. I've defeated the Wither 3 times. I've defeated the Wither. More than that. I think like I've killed it 20 times. And I've killed almost 1,500 Wither skeletons. How many times have I killed the dragon? 19 times. They've killed me once. I've died multiple times because I've fallen off of something while killing the dragon. Also, my game crashed once and it reset all my stats, so that was very sad. Super, super sad. Let me look up something really quickly here. How did I kill it that many times? I don't know. I sat there and collected souls, and I just slapped them around a lot for a very long amount of time. You can also cheese the Wither, so you just do it underneath the in portal. I imagine you already know that, but yeah, that's kind of how I do it. Let's see. Next. How do I do this? Okay, 1 second here. I'm making some stuff up. Hold on. I'm doing some stuff. 1 second here. How do I do this? One second here, guys. So is that how that works? Hold on. Let me see something here. What is this? Oh, my stream is about to crash. Oh no, my stream is about to crash, so I'm gonna reset it. I will be right back, guys.